Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to use another new foundation for me, and I have tried for the first time a couple of products that I got in my cosmetics collab with Katie Jane Hughes. I think it is Hughes. Hugs. I'm not quite sure. The point is that she's one of the most amazing makeup artists. You can see her in action in her Instagram. She's very active in Instagram, and the way that she approaches makeup is so easy and so effortless. So yeah, I love her a lot. I'm not quite sure if this is still available, but if it is, grab it. It is worth your money. So I'm gonna look, and if it is available, I'm gonna put the link somewhere here so you can actually get it. So the reason being for this video is that I'm finally going to try the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. I got it in the shade 8P. This one was a little bit more easier for me to choose a shade, because with the other one, I had a really hard time picking a shade. But as I said, I did a good job with the other one. But at least with everything in place, yeah, I did a pretty good job in it. So this is the component, and yeah, I think that this is I'm not sure, but I think it is. Yeah, you can quote me. This is refillable. Yes, it says it here in one of the sides of the uni carton. So yay. So I'm just going to take the lead. Well, I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is a twistable cap. So I have, as I said, I have a couple of skincare products new for me, but not one of the brands. One of them is LMS, and that is an amazing brand. If you haven't tried it yet, do yourself a favor and try it. Any product, it doesn't really matter. What they do is always good. So yeah, about this. Oh, I didn't. Let me just shake it first. And now for the fun part. I'm gonna take a little bit of it in the back of my hand. Oh, it isn't as liquid as I thought it would be. It has a little bit more consistency. Good. So what I have, I'm just going to pinpoint it in my complexion. It feels a little bit oily at first, kind of the same texture as the other foundation that I'm trying. I'm going to just buff it into my complexion. I have a couple of really angry spots in my face because I pick at them. What you shouldn't do, I did. So I'm paying the price for it, but whatever. It's going to heal and everything will go back to normal. So yeah, those are all the spots that you see in my complexion, especially in this area, and that one, that unicorn one that I have up there. So yeah. Ooh, this has a lot more coverage than I thought. I know that you can do this really sheer, but I think that the way that I apply, yes, it is sheer. It appears to have a lot more coverage, but no, my skin really looks like skin that I appreciate a lot. I'm so happy with this. Yay. I will have to do something with my picking things. So this is what we are working with at the moment. I like it, but I should have started with that. My skin is a normal type or balance, and also I'm a 41-year-old, and I like as in maybe a light medium coverage. So for me, this is perfection. If you are into more coverage, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and if I remember correctly from Danessa Myricks lives, you can build it, but I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna use another product, new for me, but it isn't new at all. And this is the Nars Radiance Creamy Concealer. And I'm gonna use it in the shade Custard. This is medium number 1. I'm just gonna put a little dot here, and let me try to cover a little bit my work. My beautiful, beautiful masterpieces. And now we're gonna see it work with some other product, and let's see how these two work as a team. I hope that these two are good team players. Well, so far so good. If you're wondering why I apply concealer in the sides of my mouth, is just to lift them a little bit, because sign of age, my mouth had been turning a little bit downwards, and to help me lift it a little bit. Well, to conceal, it does the job. Now for this area here, I'm just pressing the pigment. Why? Because I want to keep the coverage. This is the only area where I think that I need some coverage. That concealer did a really good number with this serum foundation. Now I'm going to set my under eye. I'm going to use the Nars Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is in the shade Translucent or Crystal, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this is the same thing. And since I didn't use too much concealer, it is supposed to not have crease. And a tip or a trick to avoid creasing, just press your concealer with your finger, and this will help it be pushed into your skin. Now I'm going to set just a touch of this powder. I'm going to mattify a little bit my T-zone, because it's where I would normally get a little bit oily, not much, but this is very tacky. I live in a tropical island. Here is really hot, and the humidity is too much. I'm going to bronze my skin first. It's been a really long time since I have used this gem, because this is a gem. This is from Goss. This is another makeup artist. He is a British one. He's so nice and so loving and so kind. You have a matte bronzer and a glowing bronzer. And this is in the shade Satin Bronze. I'm gonna use this brush, and I just picked this much, and I think it is a lot, by the way. This makes me think of being blurred. So nice, so nice. That's why I said, if you get the chance to try this, do yourself the favor, because it is so good. And to keep up with the theme of Danessa Myricks, and also this is another product from that cosmetic bag. This is the Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. This is in the shade Beaute Flirty. It comes in this unique carton, and when you open it, this is the palette. I have already, as you can see, I have already swatched them, and I like all of them a lot. But today Let me see with what. Yeah, I'm gonna use this flat brush, and I'm gonna go to the shade, to this one in the middle. The name is XOXO, and I have picked up a lot in the brush, but to make sure that I don't make a mess in myself, I'm just going to get rid of the excess at the back of my hand, and I'm gonna pick from it later. There. Normally I would go for the peachy ones, but I'm trying to just make myself get out of my comfort zone. So, and now I'm going to place it there. Wow, wow. And thank God I took away the excess. That is a lot. So I'm just gonna leave it there, and then I'm gonna blend it a little bit, because for me, that is a lot. And since this is such an easy eye look that I did just to have something in my, to mesh with what I have in my skin, I'm gonna do a really bold lip. And for a lip, I'm going to use a red one. It has been it had passed a very long time since I have used such a bold color, but yeah, I'm up for it. I'm gonna line first, and I'm gonna surprise you the color that I chose. This is from Ace Beauty, and this is the shade Be Peachy instead of using a red one, because I want the contrast in it. So I'm going to line my lips first. And now that I have the mapping in my lip, I'm gonna go with this shade. This is a local brand. Local brand meaning where I come from, which is Puerto Rico. And this is the brand name Colorina. This is a matte lipstick, and this is in the shade, I don't have a clue, but supposedly it has aloe vera and vitamin E that will help you not to feel too dry. I will try not to get too near my lip line, because I want to blur it a little bit with a brush. Now, if you like a precise lip line, you can leave it at this point, but I want to try blurring it a little bit. So I'm gonna use this flat application brush. This is from Alamar Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go in the border of my lips. I could use, I cannot believe what I'm going to say, but I could use a little bit of more blush. Let me see if the brush that I use still has a little bit more of the pigment there that I could reapply without have to go in with it. So this was the brush, and yes, it still has a little bit of pigment left. Yes. So sweet. This is it. This is the entire look. This is how my complexion is looking. Really juicy, really I don't know, really illuminated. It has a lot of like plumpness that translate to usefulness. That's why when we are younger, we have more chubby cheeks and our face is a little bit rounder, but when we age, we lose that. That's why your face gets a little bit more thinner. This product is not for everybody. You can set it. I didn't set my entire complexion. I just set my T-zone. That's why you see in the perimeter of my face that I have a little more luminosity than the center of my complexion, but still you can see a little bit of reflectiness there. I just apply a very, very small amount of powder, and that's what I like a lot from this powder. I think that you can't go overboard. Also, I like this. This isn't a full coverage concealer, or I didn't use it as a full coverage concealer, but I really like how my under eye looks. Really natural, really normal, like I don't have anything in my under eye, and that I appreciate a lot, because with age I keep referring at the age point, but it is my reality. Sweets, I hope you like it, and if you did, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.